wilderness, where the dense forest meets the icy waters, lived a solitary fisherman named Jack. Jack was known for his fearlessness and his profound knowledge of the land and sea. He spent his days casting nets and traps, catching the bountiful fish that thrived in the frigid depths. But the long nights and the whispering winds held secrets and tales of the unknown. One cold October evening, Jack set out to a secluded bay, hoping to haul in a good catch before the winter freeze. As he navigated his small boat through the mist, a sense of unease settled over him. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of red and orange, and the shadows grew longer and darker. Jack anchored his boat and cast his nets, the rhythmic splash of the water a comforting sound in the growing silence. Hours passed, and the only light came from his flickering lantern. He was about to pull in his nets when he heard a strange, haunting cry echo across the water. It was unlike any animal he had ever heard, a mix of a human scream and the call of a wild beast. Ignoring the chill that ran down his spine, Jack decided to investigate. He paddled towards the shore, the cries growing louder and more desperate. As he approached the bank, he saw something moving in the shadows, a figure, hunched and trembling. "Hello?" Jack called out, his voice wavering. "Do you need help?" The figure turned to face him, and Jack's blood ran cold. It was a man, or at least it appeared to be. But there was something terribly wrong. His eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and his mouth twisted into a grotesque grin. Before Jack could react, the figure lunged at him, knocking him into the icy water. Struggling to stay afloat, Jack caught glimpses of the creature's true form: long, matted fur, sharp claws, and a face that shifted between human and otter. It was the Kushtaka, the shape-shifting demon of Tlingit legend. The Kushtaka grabbed Jack, its grip like iron, and dragged him towards the depths. Jack fought with all his strength, but the creature's power was overwhelming. As he was pulled under, Jack remembered the stories he had heard around campfires, tales of fishermen lured by the Kushtaka's cries, never to be seen again. Desperation gave Jack one final surge of strength. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, silver cross his mother had given him. He thrust it towards the creature, and for a moment, the Kushtaka recoiled, its eyes filled with rage and fear. Taking advantage of the moment, Jack kicked free and swam for his life. He scrambled onto the shore, gasping for breath, and looked back to see the Kushtaka glaring at him from the water's edge. Its eyes promised vengeance. Shivering and soaked, Jack made his way back to his boat, praying the creature wouldn't follow. He navigated through the darkness, every splash and ripple making his heart race. When he finally reached his cabin, he bolted the door and lit a fire, the warmth doing little to chase away the cold dread in his bones. That night, As the wind howled outside and the shadows danced, Jack swore he could hear the distant cries of the Kushtaka echoing across the water, reminding him that the horrors of the wilderness were never far away. And so, Jack lived with the knowledge that some legends were real, and the shadows of the Alaskan wilderness held terrors that no man could ever truly escape.